Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Get It Clear with Govind. So today in this video we are going to talk about current affairs of the day 24/20/2020. In this video we are going to take top 10 current affairs. So similarly every day we are going to make top 10 current affairs of the day. See, there people may be preparing for various competitive exams. You cannot waste your time on 50-minute video, or you cannot read 2 to 3 newspapers. So what happens is, in this video we are in these videos we are going to make the best top 10 current affairs, and they are very much sufficient for your exam preparation. Pradhan Mantri Modi has released 18,000 crore into the accounts of farmers on December 25th under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. So what is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana? This is a scheme which is launched on February 1st, 2019. What this scheme do is, this scheme credits 2,000 thrice a year into the farmer's account directly. This credits 2,000 thrice a year. So 2,000 thrice a year means it credits 6,000 rupees directly into the farmer's account. So what is this through direct benefit transfer? What is this direct benefit transfer? Is where the amount is directly credited from the government to the farmers, no middleman. That is called as direct benefit transfer. And this information is shared by Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar. The Union Agriculture Minister is Narendra Singh Tomar, and PM Modi is the 14th Prime Minister of India. See, the Union Cabinet has approved the merger of 4 media units. The 4 media units are the media units which are related to the cinema industry. The 4 media units are Children Film Society, Directorate of Film Festivals, Film Divisions, and National Film Archives of India. All these are combined or merged with the National Film Development Corporation, NFDC. Sokar wetland of Ladakh is acknowledged as wetland of international importance. Sokar wetland of Ladakh is acknowledged as wetland of international importance. So first let's talk about Ladakh. Ladakh is the Union Territory of India. It is formed on 31st October 2019. And who is the Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh? R.K. Mathur. And this Ladakh is the second least populous UT. The first one is Lakshadweep. And Ladakh uses Jammu and Kashmir High Court. And this is about Ladakh because it is a newly formed UT, so you need to know about Ladakh also. And next, Sokar wetland of Ladakh is acknowledged as it is almost in the Jammu Kashmir state. Like, Sokar wetland of Ladakh is acknowledged as a wetland of international importance. So coming to what is a wetland? Wetland is nothing but an ecosystem which is flooded with water, where you have a lot of water on the land itself. And this wetland is rich in biodiversity. So biodiversity is, you will find different type of creatures, many different type of creatures which you cannot find it on the normal land. So that is a wetland. And this is the 42nd Ramsar site. Ramsar is nothing but an international convention on wetlands, and this Sokar wetland is the 42nd wetland of India, and this is the second wetland in the Ladakh state itself. And the capital of Ladakh is Leh or Kargil. And this is the high altitude wetland complex located in Changtang region of Ladakh. So friends, if you find this video useful, please share this video, please like the video, and please subscribe my channel Get It Clear with Govind. And the next is December 24th is considered as National Consumer Rights Day. National Consumer Rights Day is December 24. So why December 24 is considered as National Consumer Rights Day? Because Consumer Protection Act of 1986, it received presidential assent. So this December 24th is considered as National Consumer Day. So this act aims to safeguard exploitation of the consumer. It safeguards the consumer from the exploitation of these unfair trade practices. That's why we will get jago grahak, jago grahak. It is awake customer, please stay awake. Renowned Malayalam poet Sugata Kumari, she was passed away. She was passed away due to coronavirus, the COVID-19. Why it is in the news? Because she is one of the most active campaigners of the Save Silent Valley movement. What is the Save Silent Valley movement? First of all, let's know what is the Silent Valley. Silent Valley is a evergreen tropical forest in the Palakkad district, Palakkad of Kerala. Kerala is a South Indian state where the CM is Pinarayi Vijayan. Capital is Tirunanthapuram. And yeah, they speak Malayalam. This is about Kerala, and this Silent Valley is in the Palakkad district of Kerala. So there was a hydroelectric dam. Hydroelectric dam was proposed in somewhere in this Silent Valley, and this hydroelectric dam will submerge a part of this Silent Valley. Silent Valley, it is such a beautiful tropical forest. This dam will submerge the untouched evergreen forest. So this is very much serious deforestation will happen. So that's why NGOs, teachers, and Kerala Sastra Sahitya Parishad, KSSSP. She is a part of KSSSP. This Sugata Kumari, she was a part of KSSSP. And all these people protested against this hydroelectric dam. So that's why she was very famous, prominent person of poet of Save Silent Valley movement. And she has even written a poem called Martinu Stuti. Martinu Stuti. This is a hymn to a tree, and this was very commonly sung during the protest. And she also received a Padma Shri award, the fourth highest civilian award in 2006. Srinagar's Amar Singh College is recognized with UNESCO award. Well, this Amar Singh College, first let's talk about Srinagar. Srinagar is the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir UT, Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. And the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory is Manoj Sinha. Manoj Sinha. Whereas the Ladakh's Lieutenant Governor is R.K. Mathur. The Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory's Lieutenant Governor is Manoj Sinha. Yeah. So this college in Srinagar, Amar Singh College in Srinagar, it was restored. It was restored means the dilapidated buildings again they got restored and they brought the former glory to the college. So in 2020 UNESCO Asia Pacific Award, it received the UNESCO Asia Pacific Award, the Award of Merit. The Amar Singh College has got this award, and this was done by the this 80-year-old college building was restored by INTAC. INTAC is nothing but Indian National Trust for Art and Culture. This chapter has carried out the conservation work for this Amar Singh College. This received the Award of Merit for its conservation. Our Vice President Venkaiah Naidu ji, he has released a book called O Mizoram. This was written by P.S. Sridharan Pillai. He is the governor of Mizoram. Now let's talk about Mizoram. Mizoram's capital is Aizawl and the CM of Mizoram is Zoramthanga and they speak Mizo. This Sridharan Pillai from Kerala, he is a prolific writer, he is an orator, he is a lawyer, he is a philanthropist, he donates a lot of money. So that's why he is called as a philanthropist and he has written 125 books in Malayalam and English. So our Vice President Venkaiah Naidu Garu, he has released this book O Mizoram. Next, the NTPC. NTPC is the National Thermal Power Corporation, and this wins a prestigious CII, Confederation of Indian Industry, ITC, Indian Tobacco Corporation Sustainability Award for 2020. And NTPC received this award for second time in a row. It also received in 2019 and also received it in 2020. This NTPC is a PSU. public sector undertaking of Indian government, and this involves in the major business. This involves in the generation of power, and the NTPC MD is Gurdeep Singh, and it is founded in 1975, and the headquarters of NTPC is in New Delhi. This NTPC has received a Excellence Award in CAA ITC Sustainability Awards in Corporate Social Responsibility (CSR) domain. This is what you want. You should remember, NTPC win the CAA ITC Sustainability Award. And next, the Karnataka government has unveiled the Fruits portal for the farmers. Fruits portal for the farmers. Fruits is nothing but farmer registration and unified beneficiary information system. Farmer registration and unified beneficiary information system, Fruits. This is an e-governance portal where the government gives gives so many loans to the farmers. When the farmer approaches the bank will ask to bring certificates from the sub-register office. So this portal will have all farmers will be registered in this portal, and they will be given identification numbers on the portal, and this portal will have all the loan information, the land information of the every farmer. So it will be very easy for the farmer and even for the bank to assess the farmer about his credit score, and they will give these loans easily. So this will reduce, and this initiative was brought by Canara Bank. Coming to Karnataka, Karnataka CM is Yediyurappa, and the governor is Vajubhai Vala, and the capital is Bengaluru, and the most spoken language is Kannada. See this fruits portal, and you can read about this fruits portal here. This will ease the lending decision. The banks will give easily give loans to the farmers. So this will ease that decision making power of bank. And next, the World Bank. World Bank, it has signed a 500 million project to develop highways in India, the green highways in India, Green National Highway Corridors project. So first, let's speak about World Bank. World Bank headquarters is in Washington DC, and the present president of World Bank is David Malpass, and it is established in 1944. David Malpass, and this is an international organization. And there was an MOU between Government of India and World Bank, and they signed a 500 million project. This will develop green national highways in the states of Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and Andhra Pradesh. And this will also enhance the capacity of Ministry of Road Transport and Highways (MoRTH), and the Union Minister for Ministry of Road Transport and Highways is Nitin Gadkari ji. Nitin Gadkari ji is the Minister for Road Transport and Highways, and this will lay a road around 783 kilometers, and they will use this marginal materials or industrial byproducts. They use bioengineering solutions. All this will be in green. They will be less carbon emitting substances. So this is a green national highway corridor project, not the normal national highway. This difference is there. This will reduce the GHG emissions, and the major ultimate any road development will seamlessly connect with it will provide a seamless connectivity between two places. Yeah.